Hey everybody, it's Jang here from jangbricks.com with a don't call it a tank. It's a mobile self-propelled artillery piece for my custom planetary defense force. Now, I'm firmly of the belief that everybody should make their own custom creations however they want to do them, and not how you think that other people want them to be or how other people say they should be. And that's exactly what I've done here. I've made this how I want it to be. It's not trying to emulate the look of anything that's been done before, though it clearly ended up having some similarities to other things just by virtue of, well, physics and basically just trying to make a big gun platform on wheels. There are only so many different ways that that can be done. But yeah, there's some things about it that are different. There are some things about it that some folks won't like, but you know what? I like it, and that's all that matters to me. So this is a dual occupant thing. It has a driver and it has a shooter in it. And I went through many different little iterations of different ways to put this thing together and how to design it for finally settling on what I came to here. I was originally going to make a main battle tank for my planetary defense force. And as I was working on stuff and came up with mock-ups for the turret and stuff, things were looking too large, and I decided that I wanted to make it into an artillery piece, self-propelled artillery piece instead. And I also went with the wheels instead of tank treads. You know, it's not the usual thing. I wasn't liking the look of tank treads on this thing because they just looked too pedestrian, too normal, and I wanted something that was going to be odd, including with this bit on the front, the little cockpit kind of cabin windshield. I mean, it has a proper windscreen on it, which is unusual. It's because it's supposed to be really a vehicle. You know, it's more of a truck. It's something for transporting the gun around more than being on the front line. I've got a completely different style of battle, just kind of imagined for how my units will work with my little planetary defense force. So tanks will actually be using laser guns. This is supposed to be a dual plasma cannon here, and you can see that these are able to go down and come up. Got a little bit of some sort of sensors or something in the middle there. You can see that these are not physically linked together. Just an unfortunate little thing that, you know, I have to individually turn them, but not that big of a deal. Thing with the wheels that turned out pretty cool is that I do have the ability to articulate quite a bit up here, and you can articulate quite a bit up here as well. These are wheels that kind of ask for, look at that, it's even able to pose. These wheels really ask for a double long Technic pin to go through, and I'm only putting a single piece of the pin, so a single normal length of a pin into the thing. So that's why they're just a little bit, you know, kind of wobbling around. Really not that big of a deal for me because this is really intended to be a display piece. And looking at it from the top, you can see you've got the ability to open up the forward hatch here. Just opens up pretty easily because I've kind of done a hybrid between the ratcheting joints and just regular clips, since I learned that technique from an official set. Kind of cool way to make that a nice soft joint. There's your main driver figure in there, and he does have a couple of panels. Probably not going to be able to see it, it's kind of dark in there, but has a couple of panels right up in his face. Those are really what he's going to be using for navigating around, more so than the visual, you know, direct line of sight of things. He'll be using the instrumentation. But I did mention that there are two guys in here. It's a double occupant vehicle, and if I take off the turret back here like so, then we're able to actually pull this up even more, or I can just pull it straight off like so. There you can see the panel that's facing the gunner, like the turret operator, just something coming down in front of his face, and there he is right there. Got some things in there that'll hold things in place, keep everything nice and level when it all goes together, have just enough room for everything to fit in there very nicely. I actually had to drop the floor on this thing versus what I was doing. I felt like I was almost done with the whole thing, and I was trying to get the minifigs to fit, and I realized I really needed just the height of one single plate, additional headroom. So rather than building up this center bit You can see that that's just sticking up by the height of a plate. Rather than building that up, I built the floor down, just moved the floor down. Got a little tiny bit of greebling going on back behind here, just so that it's not too boring, but not too much. Nothing too fancy, you know. And the thing has some slightly fragile bits about it, but for the most part, usually when I do custom creations, I try to make them so that they will hold themselves together. I don't like to do stuff that'll fall apart if you look at it wrong, but you know, like I said, this is the one thing that I like the least, just the fact that these aren't linked. Probably could have figured out a way to fix that, but I like the range of motion on them right now. I like how hidden away the pieces are, how this kind of stays cloaked and covered on the top, and I like the friction that's behind there, and these areas kind of close themselves up. So that's it for this one, and like I said, I really like this thing. I enjoyed the process of designing it and building it. Went together pretty quickly, relatively speaking, and I'm happy with it. And it will be joining the rest of my army, where I will be adding more stuff over time. As always, updates are posted when updates become available. When you see no updates to a layout or something, it means there are no updates to show. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll talk to you again soon.